I think we should talk about planning, promotions, and sales. So business planning is my forte, right? I love business planning. But even if you don't want to look at your business, or maybe you're just not ready, let's say you don't want to, because I don't think anybody is like, I don't want to have a business plan. I think that I don't know how, and it feels overwhelming. So, I mean, that's okay. Like, that's why you get help. That's why you get a resource. That's why you like find somebody who's done what you want to do and like ask for support, or find like look, if you think about how much information I've shared here on the 100 Days of YouTube, like I have a podcast too. Like, you can go listen to my podcast. There's so much free information. And then when you're ready, like I can help you build it, right? Whatever. That's not what I came here to say. But that's really why people they're like, I don't want to talk about business planning, but they want to do a sale because they think a sale will generate more revenue. And they're not wrong. They're not entirely wrong anyways, I should say. What the caveat, or like where the issue stems from a lot of the time, when people think I'm going to do a sale and then I'm going to make a ton of money, or like generate some revenue, and that can be done, right? Absolutely. Like, sales are great cash injectors to the business if big I, big F, if your marketing and your messaging has laid the foundation, if you've planted seeds and watered them. So like, if you want to have a big holiday sale, or if you want to have a big insert whatever sale, your anniversary sale, excuse me, like a sale because it's July, like whatever, you can't just like say you're having a sale and then make money. Like, you have to, like, people have to want what you're selling. And so I think that's like the biggest misnomer, I guess. Oh my goodness, this person in front of me. I think that's the biggest like kind of missed piece of information when it comes to this kind of stuff, because people just assume like, I'm just gonna have a sale and inject some cash. And while you are going to make so much more money if you just like do the work before you have the sale. Like, if you just start to warm up your audience, if you start to, and your audience or your customer base, right? Like, if you start to warm up your clients, and the way that you do that, honestly, is by inserting touch points and by having communication, by talking about the things that you do, the things that you offer in a non-salesy way. Like, the best way to sell stuff is to not sell. Like, I'm sure I've mentioned this in the first 50 whatever videos we're on now, but like, there's like, in the salon, we are the OG influencers. We are the OG bloggers. People trust us because we share a recommendation. They know they like us. They like what we help them with, of course, our services in the salon. But like, they trust us, and they just want to know like what we think. And so we forget that so often because we get in our head and we overthink things, and we're people pleasers, and we don't want to offend, and we assume that they don't have any money to spend. That one always gets me. I'm like, oh, why would you think that's your business at all? Like, these sort of things, they stop us from just like being normal. If you just show up and like talk about things that you love, and people want your opinion, which you have a captive audience as a salon owner. And if you're not a salon owner watching and you're like, I want to be a salon owner, you probably have a clientele that, you know, like trusts you and loves what you say and what you suggest, and at least takes your opinion to heart. So like, you first have to have the relationship in terms of selling anything. I don't care if it's a new service, an add-on, a new retail line that you've brought in, an old retail line that you have sitting on the shelf collecting dust. Oh man, I need a nap, huh? But I'm about to sit in traffic, so you're gonna get a lot of videos. But at the end of the day, this is the stuff that like we just can't skip. You can't skip this stuff because it's actually at the core of a sale, a business plan, and it's a huge part of your business plan, right? It needs to be like, how do you communicate? How do you get those touch points in? And it's not only via social media. so much more than social media when it comes to the opportunities that we have in business. We have such a unique opportunity in the salon that is incredible and freaking incredible. Not only do we have like all of the opportunities that other businesses have, right? Like, you know, like online and search engines and like blogging, like all of these like things that are available to us. And then we have a brick and mortar, right? But we have the intimate relationships that we have in the salon. And even if you're a salon owner who doesn't work behind the chair or doesn't work behind the chair anymore, your business, your brand has the opportunity to make a relationship with the people in your salon, because they are like coming there on a regular frequency and getting and having like kind of intimate services. And I mean that in like the not like what you're thinking way, but like they're being like physically touched, right? Like we're touching their hair, we're touching their faces, and sometimes we're touching whatever parts of their bodies we're waxing, right? Like this stuff, like we have like so much more connection. And there's really no one else that does that besides like the doctor's office, and there's no relationship there. That ish is cold AF, and like you don't look forward to that no matter what it is, right? Unless you maybe have a hot doctor or something. I don't, but there's that bit of information you didn't need to know. Actually, well, whatever, doesn't matter. So before I lose my train of thought here, the whole point is that all of these things we have like all of this opportunity, but without like a business plan or without thinking about what your promotion is going to be ahead of time in order to just like seed and water those seeds, like it's really not a good idea to just have a sale unless you just want to like move stuff. Like if you have something that's old and you just want to like mark it down and thrash it and go, like yeah, sure, mark it way down, get it off your shelves, get that cash back in your business, and then do something intentional with it. But like, or put it in your pocket, whatever you want to do. But like you need to be intentional in your business when it comes to these things. And no amount of like sale prep, like about the sale, will really like drive sales in the way that having your clients actually desire the thing that's on sale will. Do you know what I'm saying? Like we just are so backwards in the way that we approach our marketing because we grew up in a world that was like, if things are on sale, we'll buy them. And that's good, right? Like we love that. And maybe you didn't grow up in a household like that, but I definitely did. And I think that marketing, as it changes and shifts, which it does all the time, when like most people that like we're hanging out with, right? Like we are very familiar with this like, oh, it's on sale mentality, and like Marshalls, TJ Maxx, Home Goods, like designer for less, like all of that became very popular, I think, like in our lifetimes. Like that sort of shopping, that sort of marketing, etc., like abundance, kind of like overflow stuff, where like that wasn't always the case. But like getting a deal is like how we were trained to shop in some cases, not all the time. But we're not doing that the same anymore. People don't want just more crap. They don't want just like more junk. And so I would just ask you to think differently when it comes to your next sale and your next promotion, what that's going to look like for you, because I bet your consumers like to buy differently than maybe just like pop it up on a sale. And also, like, could we just entertain the thought that maybe if we did a little bit better of a job in our marketing, that they would prefer to pay full price?